This clip from a 1943 German training film fits in well with today's video.
Weniger, 4800. Feuern! Denk dran! Beobachten, Infanterie bekämpfen, überrollen lassen!
This is part 24 in the series that covers this sensational war diary, written by a platoon leader named Kurt from the motorized SS Division Reich, which in 1942 would become the 2nd SS Panzer Division Das Reich. Following Kurt's diary entries and adding rare associated film clips, we'll follow his unit during those fateful days in the late summer of 1941. To put things into context, we'll take a look at multiple OKW situational maps and an entry from their official war diary, so stick around, it's worth it. Der 10. September 1941. 4:30 Uhr beginnt der Angriff, and at 04:30 our attack begins. Surprise is achieved so completely that the enemy is quickly overrun and they break ranks and blindly retreat. This is a good place to thank my Patreon supporters who help buy the originals used to create these videos. Supporters get regular access to exclusive footage that can't be shown here. Open a free account and take a look at some example footage at military1945.com. By late afternoon, we reach Dotg and secure the area. The train station and city in general have been hit so heavily by our Stukas that it's difficult finding structures in good enough condition for us to stay the night in. My platoon quarters in an area just to the side of the train station that is still in relatively good condition. The heavy rain leaves us satisfied with at least having a roof over our heads. After tidying up the room, we begin to prepare dinner. I divide my men up into different groups and send them off in search of pork, chickens, vegetables, and fruit. After about an hour and a half, they all make their way back and have actually been pretty successful. We've been able to bring in 1 large pig, 28 chickens, potatoes, plenty of vegetables and fruit, and even some honey. The ovens that are in the building we've occupied are brought into working condition. The 20 of us jump to work cooking the food happily. Later in the evening, I'm visited by Captain Dotg, who has come by to inspect the men's living quarters. I'm actually able to hand him a menu that would make any fine hotel proud. We have on offer chicken soup, clear or with filler, baked chicken, cold or warm, pork schnitzel with mixed vegetables, and, as dessert, potato pancakes with honey, real fresh coffee, and fruit. Here, some creative soldiers are preparing potato pancakes in the field. Beginning to complain about my leading him to temptation, I cut him short by ordering that the food be brought out, and he gives in. For the next few hours he has much less to say, but the sparkle in his eyes and his impressive hunger tell us everything. Over the coming days we gorge ourselves to the point that it is no longer even enjoyable. Everyone is just stuffing their faces, doing their best to hold it down, basically because we have no idea when we'll have such an opportunity again. To top it all off, in the evening, after a long expected wait, the field post finally arrives, bringing me 150 cigarettes. The only thing missing now is alcohol. Actually, it's better that we don't have any. We've got to keep our wits about us. The best weapon is a clear head. Der 14. September 1941. Plötzlich heißt es wieder ansetzen. Suddenly, the order for us to mount up and roll arrives. The advance continues to the south. We've already penetrated east as far as necessary, and the pocket around Kiev is coming into form. Our orders are to continue thrusting into the pocket, engaging regroupings of enemy formations, dispersing and then destroying them. Our first attack goes straight for Pryluki, an exceptionally important train hub that serves as the last connection for the Soviet general Guderian. So let's get an overview of this section of the Eastern Front to see how the SS Division Reich was involved in relation to the other German formations. This is the original war atlas for the German High Command for Operation Barbarossa. This is the situational map for September 15th, and this is part of the entry from the official war diary of the German High Command for that day. Heeresgruppe Süd. Die 17. Armee hat den Gegner geschlagen und die feindliche... The 17th Army has overwhelmed the enemy and broken through their lines. Their advancing attack to the northeast, sometimes encountering stubborn enemy resistance, has taken a considerable amount of territory. Panzer Group 1 has stormed forwards to the northeast and, at Lochwica, managed to link up with elements of Panzer Group 2. After doing battle with strong enemy formations, a bridgehead in the area of Sencha has been established. The 14th Army Corps is securing the eastern and northeastern flanks of the Panzer Group and have repulsed a strong enemy armored attack. The 6th Army in the vicinity of Kiev hit the enemy heavily with artillery. The Soviets only managed a weak response. The 17th and 51st Army Corps have continued their attack through and pursuit of the enemy to the south and southeast. Enemy formations facing the 17th Army Corps are putting up stiff resistance and initiating occasional armored counterattacks. The Soviet rail link leading to the east from Kiev is under German artillery fire. Finally, as part of Guderian's Panzer Group 2, the SS Division Reich is, as Kurt explained in his last entry, advancing south into the pocket, eliminating enemy formations, and heading straight for the important rail hub at Pryluki. Here on September 16th, the situation for the Soviets is getting more desperate as the territory they occupy is compressed and the well-defined front lines begin to disintegrate. The bridgehead to the east is clearly established, and the advance to the south by the 17th and the 51st Army Corps has gained momentum, and there's nothing to slow them down. The SS Reich Division arrives to the outskirts of Pryluki and prepares to assault the important city. If you like material created using primary historical sources like this, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Use the QR code to create a free account and check out the example exclusive footage. Thanks for watching.